Well, Ocean Planet's been around the world once solo already. Well, not solo, I went with her. In the Around Alone race, which is solo around the world with stopovers. It's a very international event, and it's one of the 2 solo around the world races. The Around Alone, which I did, is around the world with the stops, and the Vendee Globe, which starts in France, is solo around the world with no stops and no assistance. And each race takes place every 4 years, with them alternating. Every 2 years, one race comes up, so it's one, you go back and forth. So I did the last Around Alone as preparation to do the Vendee Globe, which no American has yet officially finished. This may just look like normal sailing to you, but this is a sunny day in the Southern Ocean. This is something you see every day. Oh yeah. Ocean Planet's an unusual for an Open 60. Well, it's the only American Open 60 right now. There's a number of them, well, they're all in Europe. That's where they're all built. Primarily French, but there's some British and Italian skippers also. But Ocean Planet is much narrower than the other Open 60 class boats. It's very light, it's very easily driven. I don't have quite as much top speed on a reach, but in heavy running downwind, it's very, very fast. Keep up with the best boats there. It's very good upwind. We're hoping that its performance characteristics will be good for overall finish in the Vendee Globe, but part of the concept of the boat is just to finish, and that's why the design is the way it is. A narrow boat is safer. It won't stay upside down, and it's more resistant to getting knocked over than the wider boats are. It's a more comfortable motion as it goes through the waves. It doesn't have to go up and down as much. It'll slice through them a little bit better, which over the long run will be a little bit less wear and tear on the skipper, which would be me. So to make sure that I have a little bit more chips in the bank, later on in the latter stages of the race. The boat's simpler mechanically. I don't have a canting keel. Some of the boats have. They have hydraulic canting keels. I use water ballast. I don't have the twin dagger boards. Because it's skinny, I'm able to get away with a little bit less of some of these things that might fail. So it's all a trade-off. And since this boat is designed specifically for the Vendee, we've had to make that extra effort to make sure it's going to make it to the finish.
Can you see that sucker out there? Woo-hoo-hoo.
Oh, that's a big one. Oh, that's a big wave.
Oopsie daisy.
We crossed the equator twice. Once when we head down the Atlantic to get to where the real racetrack is, and then we crossed it on the way back up. But the body of the race is really a circumnavigation of Antarctica around the bottom of the planet. And we go around south of Africa, south of Australia, New Zealand, across the bottom of the Pacific, and then we turn left at Cape Horn and come back up the Atlantic. So for the most part of the race, we're in very, very cold conditions, because the shortest course around the world is the closer you get to the bottom, the smaller the loop is. But there's a lot of ice down there. They do have some waypoints to limit, by the rules, how far south you can go. Otherwise, it would become a deadly game of dare to see who would cut the closest to Antarctica.